I think to me, living beautifully really means feeling comfortable in your own skin and feeling empowered in your own skin.
Welcome to this week's edition of Indigo Living on the Couch series. Each week I invite a special guest to join me on the couch, hopefully to inspire you and of course inspire me. Now this week is a special week because I personally called my dermatologist and my friend Dr. Lana Kashlan. Now I have her on speed dial, and so whenever we're together my phone goes crazy asking about questions about anti-aging, where do you wear sunscreen, how to stay youthful, how to stay hydrated. So I thought the best thing to do is invite her on the show. So welcome, Dr. Lana.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So Dr. Lana, I'm so thrilled to be out of your office, and now you're in my environment. We are on the set at Indigo Living. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We really want to inspire our followers to really follow the path of a mentor. And so I feel like you will be a mentor to a lot of people watching. What was your journey when it came to education?
Sure.
Because you come from a background of medical
doctors.
And so you chose dermatology.
I do.
And the medical field is very vast. Just kind of briefly tell us your journey.
Basically, I come from a family of physicians, and I was originally really hesitant to go into the family business of healthcare. But eventually I found my way where, I took a bunch of science courses and I really loved I love everything about biology and things like that. And then eventually I found myself, when I got into derm, it was really for me kind of the perfect balance of everything that I enjoy. So I've always loved the arts. I've loved working with my hands, but at the same time I do love science and data and things like that. And so dermatology kind of has the best of both worlds, where I do a lot of procedures, but I also do a lot of traditional medicine at the same time.
So the minute we announced you were coming, not only on my feed, but of course Indigo Living, we got so many questions in about skincare and really how to stay healthy, how to stay hydrated. And we're in an environment where we think being in a car, being in an office, or wearing sunglasses protects us from UV, and that is a myth.
That is in fact a myth. So UVA, which is the type of UV radiation that actually leads to sun-related aging, can penetrate through glass. So that's why it's really important to make sure that you're wearing your sunscreen every single day, even if you're just going to be inside a building or in the car for most of the day. And also, even on a cloudy day, because UVA also penetrates through the clouds. So the easiest way to do it is just to choose a daily moisturizer that has your SPF already built into it.
So is it getting a higher number going to give me more protection?
So generally you want to go for an SPF 30 or better. Once you get to an SPF of 30, that means that more than 90% of the ultraviolet radiation is being blocked by the sunscreen. When you go from like a 30 to a 50, the difference becomes actually pretty incremental. So let's say instead of blocking out 95% of the rays, you're blocking out now like 97% and things like that. So you don't need to go crazy over choosing the highest number possible. The biggest issue though is that you have to make sure that you're using enough of the sunscreen to get that level of protection. So for the body, we usually recommend 2 ounces, which is about a shot glass full of sunscreen. And then for the face, you want to use it's actually about a tablespoon for the whole face.
Wow, okay.
Generally SPF 30 at a minimum.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about anti-aging. I feel like that's like the biggest word that everyone's talking about. We're all trying to stay young and youthful.
Yeah.
What are some good tips without being invasive?
Number 1, simple lifestyle choices like making sure we get enough sleep, following like a really balanced diet, and then of course working out regularly. Those things have a huge impact on the skin. More and more we're seeing the impacts of stress, whether that be like lifestyle or even physical stressors on the skin and the aging process as a whole. So the better we are at reducing those things, the younger you're going to look and feel.
What is the best routine, or what do we need to really have, like every woman should have in their skincare routine?
Sure. So at the most basic level, it really comes down to kind of 4 simple ingredients or 4 simple steps. So of course, your daily face wash. I like to use just like a really gentle cleanser, something that doesn't have a lot of active ingredients in it, just to make sure that we're cutting through the oil on the skin surface, removing any makeup, that kind of thing. And then the second biggest thing is to make sure that you're using a vitamin C serum or lotion every day. Vitamin C is it's an antioxidant, as we know, and basically what that means is that it helps to protect you from the environmental toxins or basically the environmental damage that's happening all the time to your skin. Vitamin C followed by a sunscreen, and then at nighttime a retinol. Retinols are vitamin A derived creams, and basically what they do is, number one, they help keep your pores nice and unclogged, so they promote exfoliation of the skin. They also are great for brightening, but then the most important thing is that they have the most data that shows that they actually stimulate collagen production to reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time.
Now, social media has taken us by storm.
Yeah.
And what are you seeing in your professional opinion, what's happening with social media?
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So there's actually a term for this now in the medical literature. It's called Snapchat dysmorphia, because it is such a huge phenomenon now where more and more we're seeing women and men even come in with pictures of themselves with different Snapchat filters or Instagram filters on their pictures saying, I want to look like this all the time and make my skin look like that and things like that. And so it's really interesting because most of those filters have very unnatural proportions, and also they're really like unnatural aspirations, right? So nobody has skin that looks like a perfect filtered finished skin. There are always going to be some imperfections and some you're going to see some pores and things like that in real life. And I think that it's really important to kind of to really take a step back and really focus on embracing like our natural features and enhancing our natural beauty.
What does living beautifully mean to you?
I think to me, living beautifully really means feeling comfortable in your own skin and feeling empowered in your own skin, in whatever that may be, like empowered to go on to do whatever inspires you and motivates you and brings you joy.
Well, Dr. Lana brings me joy because my flawless skin is definitely from her. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
So thank you for watching Indigo Living on the Couch series. Make sure you follow us on Indigo Living UAE. Like, comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and keep us posted on who you'd like to see next on our set.